I'm Marina and this is the wrap and twist scarf jumper. It's like a tubular scarf with the full length extending towards the back. Twist it and bring it to the front for a draped look. Twist the scarf again for a cozy, warm neck scarf. Now you can begin and make your scarf jumper. The scarf itself is cut the width of the jersey, about 30 centimeters wide and slightly wider in the middle to allow for the neck. You need to pin the binding in half so it can be ironed. You also need to pin the scarf ends together. Then sew the seam and iron the seam allowances apart. Pin the sleeves as well. The right sides always have to be on the inside. Also pin the shoulders and the side seams. Sew them, overlock them, and the basic steps are done. Now I'm going to mark the center front. This is where I'm going to put my scarf. Also mark the center front on the scarf. That's the widest part of it. Turn your piece inside out and work from the inside towards the outside. Pin the scarf to the front and then continue pinning to the back. When you get to the back, you need to snip the fabric so that you now can actually turn the scarf ends through and you can sew them. That is a little bit like a sausage, but just go ahead and do it. Once that's sewn, you can pull the whole thing back apart and you can now add your binding. The binding is actually just pinned over the top. Remove the pins that are underneath and pin it until they meet. And where they meet, you are going to cut them back so that they're about the same length, and that there's a little bit of stress on it when you are putting them together. So sew them together. Now you can sew all the way around. Cut back your seam allowances and now seam very close to the edge. Finally, when we're done, we can just about pin our sleeves in. The only thing to remember is that there's a snip at the front where you have got the front sleeve, so I always put it on the right arm and then pull that through and put a pin in the underarm, put a pin at the shoulder, and that way it's very easy to pin the whole thing. Always roll the fabric towards the outside and never have any ease at the lower end of the sleeve that's on the underarm. Check that the sleeve actually fits in really well before you sew it in. And now we just have to do the hem. I just turn it in, put a few pins in and then stitch that through. And actually you're done. Well done, and see you next time.